alert in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. DD India.
The markets regulator, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, on Tuesday directed the National Stock Exchange of India to disgorge more than 625 crore rupees of its profits derived from dissemination of data in the co-location case and barred two former chiefs of the bourse for 5 years from being associated with market intermediaries. Ravi Narayan and Chitra Ramakrishna, who had served as MD and CEO of the exchange, have been asked to disgorge 25% of their respective salaries drawn during the certain period. And according to this order, the exchange has also been prohibited from accessing the securities market directly or indirectly for 6 months. The exchange will now not be able to come out with its IPO during this period. So the bourse should also carry out system audit at frequent intervals after a thorough appraisal of the technological changes introduced from time to time. And China has said that some progress has been achieved on designating the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar as a global terrorist by the UN, and has hoped that the vexed issue will be properly resolved but has also refused to give any timeline. So these comments by the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson came days after the President Xi Jinping met the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan in Beijing, and China put a technical hold, as we know, in March on the fresh proposal to impose a ban on the Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed, which claimed responsibility for the deadly Pulwama terror attack. It was for the fourth time that China blocked Azhar's listing as a global terrorist by the UN, did so in March. Japan's Emperor Akihito has declared that he is abdicating. He's declared his abdication in a historic ceremony in Tokyo. In his last public address as Emperor, Akihito handed over the symbols of power and thanked the public for their support during his 30-year reign. Masako, the 85-year-old, was given permission to abdicate after he said he felt unable to fulfill his role because of his age and declining health. He is the first Japanese monarch to stand down in more than 200 years. The Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, was among the 120 newly elected members who were sworn into the country's new parliament 3 weeks after his victory in the national election. Ahead of the swearing-in ceremony in Jerusalem, the Israeli President Reuven Rivlin delivered a message of national unity to the 120 members of parliament, and he called upon the new members to fight for their common home, where secular, religious, ultra-Orthodox Jews and Arabs can find themselves equal. Netanyahu's Likud party won 35 seats in the election, the same as his main opponent from the centrist Blue and White Alliance, led by the former military chief Benny Gantz. Support from smaller right-wing parties allied to the Likud led to the majority of 65 parliament members supporting Benjamin Netanyahu to continue as the Prime Minister. And that's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you very much for being with us. Namaskar.
The prestigious Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, has succeeded in making hydrogel dressing with their radiation technology. This dressing has primarily been made for the treatment of the burn wounds, but it can also be used to cure wounds caused by other problems and for leprosy patients. To prepare a hydrogel dressing, a mixture of polyvinyl alcohol and polysaccharide is made in the clean water and is heated. This hot fluid is put in trays and cooled. Then these trays are put in plastic bags and sent for gamma radiation. After exposing these to gamma radiations, fluid turns into a gel due to the exposure. Using this technique, dressing in various shapes can be prepared. This new hydrogel dressing has been found to be quite effective. This acts as a better and safer first aid medium for treating burn injuries. Generally,
Election Commission gives clean chit to Prime Minister for his speech in Wardha of Maharashtra. The EC says no instance of poll code violation in Wardha speech. Supreme Court asks for a complete apology from the Congress chief Rahul Gandhi for falsely attributing his contemptuous remark against the PM to the apex court. Seeks explanation from Rahul Gandhi